How you doing, folks? I'm Walt Lewis with another Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. Today we're going to talk about forcible entry through the lock using a K-tool. There's a couple different ways we could access into the lock mechanism using channel locks or adjustable pliers, but today we're going to use the K-tool to be able to peel the lock out and be able to throw the tumbler so we can access inside the building. There's a couple reasons why we'd want to do this. Non-emergency setting where we want to get into the structure, or if there's a light smoke condition that doesn't necessarily warrant a lot of damage. We want to be professional in being able to resecure the property, and this is one method we can do so. So we're going to come up with our K-tool, drop it over top, pull the mortise lock out of place, and be able to use the K-tool and deactivate the lock. So we'll bring our firefighters in. The K-tool is designed with channeled steel, angled, so it'll bite the lock, grab a hold of it, the adze, providing the fulcrum force to be able to pry it out of play. We're not trying to shear the lock out, we're trying to pull the lock out. Keeps the lock intact, and the set screws may snap when we bring this out. We can deal with that later. So reaching in, we've got our lock mechanism on the inside here. We're looking for the tumbler to travel from 5 to 7 and be able to get the lock to throw. We're going to want to take it out of play so we can open up the door from the frame. So reaching in with the K-tool, we're going to find the 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock position that it's set in. It may be a different setting on the clock face. It depends on how the lock is mounted on the door, if it's sideways or vertically mounted. But once we reach in, we find the opposite of which direction it's got to travel, drop the lock, and now we have our access going in. Again, where this is good for us and for the business owner is we can come back in, relock the property, and put the lock back in place as if we hadn't even made access, securing the property and being professional about our job. So Brandon's going to come back in, relock the door, and then we can come back in with the cylinder lock, put it in place, and we're in business. For Fire Engineering's Training Minutes, I'm Walt Lewis. Take care and be safe.